After sailing through rough waters in 2011, the Kenyan economy has managed to get back on track in 2012.
Kenya's economy has stabilized over the last 12 months or so, but it's still vulnerable. The government took effective action late last year to raise interest rates, and that had the impact of stabilizing the economy. Growth slowed as a result of the action that the government took last year, but it was the right thing to do, and we think that Kenya will maintain roughly the same level of growth this year, 4.5% as it had last year, and could continue to grow to as much as 5% in 2013.
Kenya's service sector continued to perform strongly with a very steady performance in tourism. Nevertheless, the country's structural weaknesses remain.
We have seen inflation coming down. This is good news for us, but still we are not where we want to be. We are kind of walking a tight balance between the growth drivers and also managing the economy.
Kenya's current account deficit is among the highest in the world, and this presents a strong risk to Kenya's economic stability, as it could stagnate the economy at 15% GDP in 2012.
The government continues to run a very, very high current account deficit. It's well over 10%, and this does need to be brought under control in the future.
Among the East African Community member countries, Kenya has always stood out as the best economic frontier. However, Kenya has been riding the growth wave of East Africa's growth momentum. The East African Community is now trading more with itself than with other regions of the world. Nonetheless, even though there have been a lot of positive developments over the last years, one barrier stands on the path to achieving full potential.
Nandrive kutoka Mombasa kwenda Malaba, Kampala na Tororo. Ukifika hapa unaambiwa ungoje. Hiyo ni shida moja, ama anaweza ambiwa ngoja benki na hakuna benki za hiyo. Paki ni shida. Unaweza paki hapa na ukamatwa uandikiwa obstruction.
Non-tariff barriers are essentially rules and regulations that inhibit trade across the East African community. Because they inhibit trade, they also inhibit growth.
If I have to travel with a barrier, it could be very simple. I can take exactly 5 days or less. But because of the barriers, we take even 8 days, 8 to 10 days.
Though tariffs have declined markedly over time and the business environment improved, non-tariff barriers continue to hamper trade in both goods and services. A reduction in non-tariff barriers would give all East African countries a major boost and open up trade to a much larger market for services and goods.
The East African community, taken as a whole, can feed itself. But export bans on maize in Tanzania and Uganda and import bans in Kenya prevent the cross-border trade in maize that would allow maize producers in Tanzania and Uganda to earn more and maize consumers in Kenya to pay less. Removing those trade barriers would be a win-win.
For companies already positioned in neighboring countries, this will mean reduction in the cost of business operations. Regional integration and defragmentation of East Africa will not only be a regional advantage, but can also help Kenya regain export competitiveness.
So the potential is huge. In fact, if we could remove all those barriers, you would see much more integration. And of course, this also requires us harmonizing all our rules and regulations, and even professional standards and all aspects of economic life, really.
The future of the East African economy lies in the smooth trade between the consistent countries. Unity is strength, and together, the East African community will stand to be a stronger leader in the African continent.